Our campervan has been left in a secure storage unit for the past year, but somehow it's been tampered with.
Huh? Surprisingly dirty, like really dirty.
Has it been outside? Last year we came to the US with the dream of owning our very own American campervan to use as a holiday home on wheels. But after finding the van of our dreams in Texas, it turned into our worst nightmare. We were determined not to let this stop us, so we came back again a few months later where we found Phoenix, a beautiful 97 Dodge Ram coach house, and after picking her up in Michigan, we had an epic American road trip, full of ups and downs, before leaving her in storage in Colorado. We are now back in the US and ready to hit the road once again, but first we need to go get our van. Almost here. Gonna finally meet our campervan, mister.
Wow, here it is.
Here it is. It is such a surreal feeling to think the last time we were here, I was pregnant with Noah, and now we're coming back to collect our van with Noah here with us. Oh, I'm so happy.
I can't even imagine what state it's in, because last time we were here in the US we had a lot of problems with mice getting into the van.
Yeah.
And just before we put the van into storage, I had a little look around and found mice droppings. So even in there it isn't safe. And I'm not really sure what squatters' right rules are out here, but can we kick the mice out? Or have we got to share it with them? Is it theirs now?
I'm so excited. Like, I've just been imagining family trips with Noah in this van for the last few months. And the day has finally arrived. Hello, Phoenix. Oh my goodness.
Huh?
What?
So,
I'm so confused.
When we lift this, what?
Have they done this for us?
So when we left this wasn't on that. And they have no idea that we have a YouTube channel or that this van's name is Phoenix. Like, absolutely none. We have never, ever mentioned that to them.
I'm so confused right now.
I can see there's loads of bugs around. Like a lot of these. Have they been living in the van? Have they bred? Surprisingly dirty.
Yeah, like filthy.
Considering we cleaned it just before we put it. Like really dirty.
Has it been outside?
That is really weird. And look at all of them.
Oh my god. I mean, I'll take dead moths outside the van over dead mice inside the van any day. To Alex and Emma, a new baby bean.
What? I feel like I have to watch what I say, but I'm a bit creeped out. Like what? I promise. They have no idea who we are. Do you know autos?
As in Darren and Laurie? What?
So Darren and Laurie are the people that we bought the camper van from in Michigan.
Huh?
Cheers, Alex, Emma, and new baby Bean. Welcome back to America, and we hope you like your little surprise. We thought it was pretty fitting for you all. We hope this finds you well and look forward to this next chapter of your adventures and hope that our paths cross again somewhere down the road.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Oh, look.
We've got a photo. Let me see. Oh, that's so lovely.
Did we tell you, Darren, where this was?
No,
I don't think we did.
I still don't know how you guys pulled that off.
But that's clever marketing from you, Darren. Yeah. If you want to buy a Class B camper van, check out D&L Autos. Yeah, here goes nothing.
Welcome, Noah. This is Phoenix. Oh, this feels so weird to be back in here.
This is where we open like the bathroom and then like
oh god,
scurries. Yeah. Yeah, it's clear.
It's. I don't know. I was really expecting it not to be. Look in here.
Yeah, that was a culprit before. Hey.
Nice. That was the thing that was giving me the most anxiety about coming back. Is the situation with the mice, and I was half expecting to come back to a family of mice living in here. So we can now hit the ground running. Well, as long as it starts.
Okay. Moment of truth. Yes, Phoenix! Oh, that is a very welcome sound. I genuinely did not think that that was going to be the case because we forgot to disconnect the battery and I thought it was just going to be dead. But cool. Still need to take it to get a little service, but otherwise, hopefully, we're good to go. Emma isn't insured to drive the hire car, so she is going back in Phoenix, and me and the little man are having a road trip together. Phoenix is such a beauty.
There were a million thoughts racing through my mind as I drove off. Will Noah even like living in the van? How practical will it be during the summer heat? On this trip, we're going to be figuring out whether this style of travel still works for us, and if it's not, we need to consider selling the van.
How was it?
Oh my goodness, it feels really good to drive it again.
Yeah.
So good. I'm so happy.
I can't explain the feelings I had of watching it from behind, and I just kept saying out loud, oh, she's so good looking. She is so good looking.
Me or the van?
Well, I couldn't really see you. And I was just thinking about all the amazing memories we've already had in this without Noah.
Yeah.
Because it's the same van each time and we get to like add the memories to it each time, it seems better than if we were renting different vans each time.
I know what you mean, because like you're coming back, it's like the same when we go back to the UK and we go in our van in the UK, it's the same thing. You get in and you're like, oh, we're back in the van again, and it has that sense of nostalgia and like homeliness about it, which you don't get with a rental.
Even now, all of the horrible things of this van with the flies and the mice.
No, we don't talk about those.
I don't know, I look back fondly on them.
Oh my God, I don't. I haven't got quite that far yet. But I am very excited to take this on its first little outing.
So we are staying at this hotel here. It's our last night at the hotel, so we are going to basically get this baby proof ready tomorrow for our first night in the van. Yeah. Today is the day. We're moving into the van. Oh, I feel like it's been such a long time coming, and we've actually gambled quite a bit just moving straight into the van like this. We haven't stayed in it as a test run. We're just going straight from the hotel into the van. Also, it looks like in a few days' time it's going to be a heat wave. I'm not sure if that's a heat wave or if that's just summer out here. We'll be testing out the AC unit, making sure it works. So this morning I've already gone off and dropped off the rental car and gone and picked up a baby seat for Noah. This is the first time we would have gone out as a family in our camper van, and if this is a success, we will then convert our camper van back home because we're not sure what we want to do with that one yet. But we love traveling in camper vans, so ideally this will be a great trip, and then we'll get to do this all around Europe as well. So to start with, it is just me and the little man at the back, Emma driving as per usual. It really does feel like we've just moved in here. This van is an absolute state.
Determined to kick off the trip with something fun, we headed straight to the center of Denver.
We have made it to our first stop, and the van, it looks like it's been through something.
It's a state, an absolute state. The drawers have flown out at the first opportunity. There's bedding and stuff everywhere because we haven't put anything away yet. I feel like we really live in this van. So our first stop is something called Meowwolf. I haven't looked that much into it, mainly because I want to be surprised. Alex found it online and he said, wow, this looks awesome. Don't know what that means.
I don't want to take responsibility for this if it's shit. This was actually recommended by you guys. So we recently asked on our community post, and while we're here in Denver, this was the #1 thing that came up.
So here we are. Okay, I get it now. It is a art installation where you're in different worlds. This is really cool. It's so creative and fun and imaginative.
I love that art has changed over the years, and you get these more, at least for me, immersive experiences. As when I was a kid, they would take you to all of the art galleries and they try to make you look at the Mona Lisa, and you have to say, wow, that's the best piece of art that's ever been made, apparently. Stuff like this is definitely more my cup of tea. I just love how weird it is.
We were worried before going in that having Noah with us might take away from the experience if he didn't like it, but luckily it was the complete opposite. Watching him taking it all in and looking around in absolute amazement added a whole other level of enjoyment for us that we never experienced before. I wonder what's going on in Noah's mind right now, because he has no preconception on what the world is. We know this isn't the real world, but maybe he's just like, yeah, this is cool.
When we come to the US, we bleed money out here because it is very expensive, but most of that is our own accord, because for some reason we can't resist the gift shop when we're out here.
It's so funny, at home I roll my eyes at the gift shops. Here, the gift shops are actually always really good.
The whole family have got something. I have gone for a very trippy hat. Emma has a very trippy t-shirt, and Noah has a very trippy teddy. As well as spend a fortune when I come to the US, I also put on a lot of weight, because there's always a dilemma of what to eat every day. There is so many good choices, and today we have come to a place that's been recommended to us, and it is El Taco de Mexico for authentic Mexican food. Americans love sloppy food, sloppy joes, this.
What else?
There's got to be something, right? Apparently in Colorado people love green chili on kind of anything. There's even a place that does the slopper, which is a burger covered in this.
And it sounds sloppy.
It sounds very sloppy, but that's not in Denver, unfortunately, otherwise I would be eating a slopper right now. Instead I've got a burrito smothered in green chili. You guys do slop very well.
It was clear from our last trip that Colorado's nature is next level, but on this trip we also wanted to learn a little bit more about the culture.
We have left the city and come to the Buffalo Bill Grave and Museum. And I know nothing about Buffalo Bill.
I'm actually quite excited to learn a little bit about him.
Is he a hero? I feel like everyone here is a hero.
I know, is he a villain or is he
Yeah.
a hero? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
So all of my knowledge comes from watching Simpsons as a kid. And I think Buffalo Bill is the one that just like wiped out all the buffalo because he was a bit shooty. Can't remember.
Bit shooty. We'll find out in a minute, won't we?
It's actually really interesting learning about old Bill. I believe the common thought is that Bill was responsible for a lot of the buffaloes getting wiped out, but in fact that was not the case. So he was a buffalo hunter back in the day, but this was before basically they all got wiped out. And what Bill is really famous for is he had this Wild West show, which I didn't know. And for the time it was actually quite progressive because he had women and he had Native Americans acting in the show, and they were kind of treated as equal and paid equally, which for the time was very rare. But something very interesting is by 1888 he had the 4th largest buffalo herd in the whole country, and it only consisted of 18 buffalo, and the majority of the buffalo in the US descendants can be traced back to that herd of buffalo. So now I know who Buffalo Bill is.
Yeah.
Who's Billy the Kid? Is he the same guy?
Oh, I have no idea.
And who's Johnny Appleseed?
I don't know.
Well, you did learn this. For those who don't know, Emma grew up in the US in Oklahoma till she was 12 years old.
Yeah, that was
so you should know this.
That was a very long time ago.
Do you know the family tree of the royal family in the UK?
Absolutely not.
This is Buffalo Bill's resting place. This is his grave, and 20,000 people came to his service. A tradition has started where people throw money onto his grave because someone from the Lakota who also performed in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show put a coin on his grave, and in turn now apparently we all do it. So the culture.
Just look at how ridiculously beautiful this state is. Look at it. It's just green. There's beautiful nature in every direction.
Snow on the mountains.
So on this trip, I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to try and do Colorado justice, and we're just going to stay in this state for the time being and try and get every ounce of goodness we can out of it.
This trip is only a month long, but we should be able to see and do a lot in that time, and we are hoping to come back again in October, November time to do Halloween, Thanksgiving, a great time to come out here, and that time we will be going much further afield.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, we do actually have to spend a night in the van and see how that all goes. So next up, we need to make our way over to the campsite where we're going to be staying, get everything hooked up, make sure everything's working as it should be. Maybe
tidy up the van.
Tidy up the van would be a good one,
and a little treat.
Hopefully have a nice comfortable night's sleep. Although we'd had a perfect first day, we were still feeling very nervous as the real test was yet to come.
But hey, first day of the trip!
Is staying in this van for a month with our baby actually going to work, or was reality going to come crashing down on us?
Feeling really lucky at the moment because it is the summer holidays and we didn't book anything before, and everyone warned us you are not going to get anything at all. And that's kind of the case, but with a lot of searching around we can find these good spots, and we managed to get the last one here, and this is a very good spot. The fact that we are right next to the river and there's a lot of people tubing is very exciting.
Okay, Noah is currently sleeping, so we're gonna grab this opportunity to sort out this van once and for all, because I can't live in this.
I have no idea where stuff is supposed to go, and so I'm just very good at moving one thing from one part to another part and not really helping. I think one of the biggest hassles is going to be moving this every single time.
Yeah, like on the last trip we just had the bed always made because we were only ever in here to sleep, but with the car seat we have to convert it into a seat every time we drive anywhere, so that will probably get old pretty quickly, but I feel like it's a small price to pay to have him with us in this van exploring the States.
This here is the second biggest brewery in Golden, and it's the Golden City Brewery, and I have gone for a Pilsner type pale ale. It tastes like Budweiser.
That's lovely.
We haven't done Tipsy Beans since Noah's been born.
So Alex has roped me into another beer garden.
Did I rope you into buying your own beer?
Yes.
Oh, our food from the food truck is ready. Hey.
This is the real reason I agreed to come. Food. God. Yeah, like proper obstacle here.
Go, go, go. Oh, god damn it! God damn it!
You were so slow, like smug walking through there.
Well, I was like, oh, obviously it's not going to get me wet. I'm the travel beans.
I'm the travel beans.
I'm the travel beans.
This is it, our first night back in the van with Noah. He's all tucked up in bed. We're soon to be tucked up in bed.
We used to laugh about how big this bed was.
Now it's
tiny.
perfect. Anyway, guys, we're gonna say goodnight. Wish us luck. Hopefully this night goes smoothly and we can look forward to many more in the future.
Otherwise we're going home.
Or staying in hotels.
Good morning. Did everyone sleep well? Yeah, you loved it here.
We did it, you guys. We now know that we can officially stay in this van for the trip.
So I have the confidence that we can do an awesome American road trip with our little boy. Although the next obstacle is it is the start of a heat wave today.
Yeah, it's really going to be testing the limits, I think, because I think it's going to be in the high 30s this week. We're really going to be putting the AC through its paces.
Also, infants and crazy hot weather aren't necessarily a good combination.
No.
So of course we will be making sure that he is safe and cool, as I know a lot of you guys do seem to worry about that.
But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big fat thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to stick around and see what unfolds on the rest of our US road trip.
And nothing left to say, but thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and I'm in a good mood today, so I'll do it just for you. Beans out!